Good day, ma'am. I am Gemma Mingita, and in this video, I am going to have a biographical and Marxist criticism of the story The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai, but before that, I will have first a short overview of the story and as well as the author's background. The Setting Sun is a story by Osamu Dazai that tells the story of Kasoko, a young woman born from wealthy and influential family but now impoverished. Though she wears Western clothes, her outlook is Japanese, her life is static, and she recognizes that she is spiritually empty. In the course of the novel, she survives the death of her mother from tuberculosis, and her sensitive drug addict brother Naoji commits suicide. She also spends a sad, sordid night with the dissipated writer Oihara, and she conceives a child. She does not ask for his help but expresses her willingness to fight societal norms alone. Osamu Dazai was born in 1909 in Asakusa, Japan. He was the son of a wealthy family, but his father's financial troubles led to the family's decline. Dazai's early life was marked by instability and poverty, which had a profound impact on his worldview and his writing. The story The Setting Sun by Dazai was a critical and commercial success. Despite its success, Dazai struggled with depression and addiction and attempted suicide multiple times. Dazai died from suicide by throwing himself into the Naka River in Tokyo. The story The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai presents the reader a reflection of the life of the author, which vividly presented by the main subject Kazoko. Moreover, it also shows the author's experiences and struggles which echoed in the character of Kazoko in the story. The story generally gives a clear scenario on how the author's background influenced the narrative, characters, and the themes of the story. In the story, it is stated that Kasoko was once from a wealthy family but fallen into poverty. Kasoko grapples with her own sense of purpose and struggles to find meaning in a world that seems to be crumbling around her. In that sense, we can see how the author's struggles reflect on the story through the portrayal of Kasoko's family and their struggles, hence mirrors Dazai's own feelings and disillusionment with his family's loss of status and his search for a sense of belongingness. Additionally, it is also stated that Naoji, brother of Kazoko, commits suicide, thus also reflects Dazai's struggles with mental health, particularly his suicidal tendencies. In the story, the brother of Kazoko, which is Naoji, deals with depression and addiction, and later on commits suicide. In that sense, Dazai's life vividly reflected in the story, since he also struggles with depression and addiction, and aside from that, Dazai also died from suicide. The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai gives us a clear lesson that dealing with mental health issues such as depression is not easy. If we tend to disregard this problem, this may cost us a life, just like what happened in the story. One way to deal with depression is to talk to someone. Talking to a friend, a family member, or a professional can help you feel better. Sharing your thoughts and feelings can help you process what you're going through and find a way forward. Remember that you're not alone in this. There are people and resources to help you get through this tough time. Next is the Marxist criticism of the story The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai. The story The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai presents the reader a reflection of the changing social and economic landscape in post-war Japan, vividly presented by the decline of the aristocracy of the main subject, Kasoko. Moreover, the story also explores the theme of alienation, wherein the protagonist experiences a sense of detachment as she navigates the societal norms and expectations. The story gives a clear scenario about the unequal distribution of wealth and loss of power for the aristocracy and the conflict between the old ruling class and the emerging capitalists. In the story, it is stated that Kasoko came from a wealthy family, but due to changing social and economic landscape in post-war Japan, the once privileged class is now facing poverty and struggles to adapt to the new capitalist society. In that sense, we can infer that due to the rapid industrialization and westernization, Kazuko and her family caught between the old feudal values and the new societal norms. We can vividly visualize that there is unequal distribution of wealth by the emerging capitalists, resulting to the decline of aristocracy of Kazuko's family. Additionally, the story also explores the theme of alienation. Kazoko, the protagonist, experiences a sense of detachment as she navigates the shifting societal norms and expectations. In that sense, this can be seen as the result of the alienating effects of the capitalism, where individuals are disconnected from their true selves and their labor becomes a means of survival rather than self-fulfillment. As the feudal society transitions into a modern industrial one, traditional values are challenged and replaced by the capitalist values. Thus, we can infer that there is a conflict between the old ruling class and the emerging capitalist. The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai gives us a clear lesson on challenging the status quo and finding a sense of belongingness. Poverty is a complex issue and it may take time to find solutions, but by staying positive, setting goals, and seeking help, you can work towards a brighter future.